Pierre, il va falloir être calme aujourd'hui. Je tourne une vidéo. J'espère que tu vas être sage. Tu vas être un bon garçon. D'accord, Pierre? Bonjour à tous. My name is Nicholas and I'm a bossy teacher. And I'm a happy teacher. Welcome to this new episode of Teaching Around the World. At the beginning, Teaching Around the World was a collaborative tag between three teachers. Life in Kafupaland in Australia, Emerging Educator in the USA, and myself in France. But I guess you knew it already. We compare our lives as teachers in our countries. Now more and more teachers are joining in. That's awesome! Merci beaucoup. All the links will be in the description box. And if your video is missing, please feel free to comment down below and put a link. I'll be so happy to watch your videos. This month's topic is classroom management. 1. How does your school deal with misbehavior? There are different levels of management. In the classroom, teachers are in charge, of course, we'll get to that later. Outside the classroom, we've got a structure called la vie scolaire. It's like la vie en rose, but it's la vie scolaire. School life. La vie scolaire is a group of people who take care of the kids when they are not in the classroom. We've got les aides-éducateurs. Traditionally, they were college students, but nowadays it can be anyone. They take care of students during recess, lunch, detention, when students have off-class periods in their schedule, or when they are expelled. Tu en sais quelque chose, hein, Pierre? This is not an easy job, as they've got a lot of paperwork to do. They check if students are at school, they call the parents if they're not, and the list goes on and on. They are managed by the CPE, le conseiller principal d'éducation. Les CPE have other responsibilities too. They work with teachers, they organize a lot of things, but as it's not strictly related to classroom management, I won't talk about it here. But I will, maybe with a special guest, if he wants to. Then of course, for the big misbehaving, including violence, insults, threats, the principal will be warned and luckily will do something. 2. What are consequences for misbehavior? We've got a scale of consequences. Yeah, this is a scale. Or a ladder, I don't know. What's important is that there is a graduation. All teachers don't have the same. Here's mine. An oral warning. And I can't say it properly. Oral warning. Pierre, tu peux arrêter de manger ça, s'il te plaît? I take their carnet de liaison. It's a notebook which allows us to communicate with their parents, basically. Mange ses croûtes en classe. Voilà. T'es content? If it's a chatting issue, I just tell them to sit somewhere else. If I feel that the misbehaving is due to something personal, something I can't do anything about, something like anger management issues, I will leave the student a moment so that he or she can calm down. But at the end of the period, I will have a word with him or her and I will make myself very clear. Personne ne veut te voir manger ça. If there's a big problem or something that is repeating again and again, I can write a rapport in which I can ask for a sanction. Sanctions are taken by the principal. I don't often do that. When I write a rapport, I always call the parents. I rather talk to them, try to have their support before doing anything else. I don't give lines or extra work or detention anymore. Lines are pointless. They are supposed to be pointless, I know, just something unpleasant that the students have to do because they did something wrong. I've got the whole concept, thank you. I did give lines years before. Extra work is something I don't do either, because I don't want my subject to be associated with something negative. Science is fun. It's not a punishment. Non, ce n'est pas une punition, Pierre. 3. Can students be expelled from schools? If so, what steps will take place to prevent that? Yes, they can, and they are, after a conseil de discipline. It's a big meeting with teachers, parents, students, and the administration. They all vote to know if we should keep this student or not. To prevent that, we've got different systems. We meet the parents multiple times, and the CPE has an important role in this. We ask for help. The social worker can help the family. We've got another system called le Programme de Réussite Éducative. This program is like a partnership between the family, the student, and the city. We've got another meeting. It's a commission éducative. It's another meeting which wants the parents and the students that something is really wrong. Unfortunately, sometimes that's not enough. 4. Consequences. Detention, in-school or out-school suspensions, skipping specials, recess. Detentions, yes, but during the school schedule. In or out-of-school suspensions, both. Skipping specials, recess, never. Although when students have severe behavior issues, we might not take them to a trip. French teenagers have a really bad reputation abroad. They are seen as dirty, thieves, and rude people. That's not true! Ne mange pas tes croûtes, Pierre. 5. What is the responsibility of a teacher in the classroom community? In middle schools in France, I'd say that the teacher is responsible for everything. No. Teachers let the students hand out copies. And that's it. Students need teachers' approval for almost everything else. Yes, even for throwing something in the trash can. I've played basketball once. Does it show? Yeah, it was only once. 6. What is the responsibility of the student in the classroom community? Not much. They just come with all their school supplies, sit, work, and leave the room. Voilà. Well, not in my classroom. I'm like a conductor. My job is to create fun yet demanding activities and make sure that my students can get the best out of it in the best conditions. Their job is working, doing these activities on their own, in groups, helping and supporting each other. I do self and peer evaluation. And if they need to throw something away, they just do it. If students exceed my expectations, they become experts. You know it already if you have seen my classroom tour. If not, experts can walk freely and help other students. In one simple expression, I want my students to become their own teacher. Catchphrase. 7. Tips, strategies for classroom management. I do this very quickly. Routines. Every day, every period, the same routines. They line up in the corridor, they wait for permission to sit, they read the latest lesson, we talk about it, we discover the new topic of the day, and here we go! Next, clear directions and expectations. I make very clear what they have to do, how they have to do it, why they're doing it. It's either me who says these directions or them who figure out what we have to do to explore the topic of the day. Next, engaging lessons. That's our job. I've got different tips for that. Maybe I'll make a video about it later. I'm afraid this one is already too long. Next, relationships. It's all for the best if you can work in a calm atmosphere of trust and respect. Pierre, la ferme. This is what happens when you have good relationships with your students. Not demeaning or humiliating them is a great start. Arrête ça, petit crétin, tu en mets partout. Try a little bit of empathy instead. Well, I guess that's it. Maybe I will do another video about classroom management with real tips and how I changed as a teacher with classroom management. But I hope that you will get something out of this one. Please watch my fellow teachers' video. They are great teachers. And I'm so proud to be part of this community. Next month's episode will be about holidays and days off. Hey, that's what I'm living right now. If you want to see more episodes of teaching around the world, don't forget to subscribe and give this video un pouce bleu. Rendez-vous next month. Dis au revoir, Pierre. Dis au revoir. Dis-le. Dis-le.
Au revoir.
À bientôt. Well, you know it's not Pierre. It's Manji.